Now it is my honor to introduce the class valedictorian, Kassadi Holloway. Cassidy is one of our IB diploma students and has a GPA of 4.58. She is a student athlete who participated in cross country and track during her time at GHS. In the fall, she will be enrolled in UC San Diego, where she will study marine biology, building on her knowledge and love for aquatic and animal life. Please welcome Kassadi Holloway.
Hello, fellow class of 2020 graduates. I know this speech isn't being given under the most normal of circumstances, but I still want to give you the best one possible. So here we go. My name is Kassadi Holloway, and I am your 2020 valedictorian. We've been through so many things together, so there's a lot to cover. I'm going to start with some well-earned thank yous, go over our best moments, and end with some advice. First off, none of our high school experiences would have been possible without some very important people, so I'm going to thank them for all of us, because they definitely deserve it. First is, of course, the teachers. School isn't always fun, shout out to Monday mornings, but our teachers work hard to make lessons interesting and help us understand difficult topics. I think we can all agree the best lessons were those involving food. I also have to thank all the office staff who graciously deal with all our complaining about changing schedules and making sure we get our team photos, even if we don't look that great in them. Our campus life also wouldn't have been complete without our custodians, police officers, and campus supervisors, who clean up after our awesome rallies, more on that later, and work hard to keep us safe. I absolutely have to thank all our coaches. They come back after teaching all day to help us achieve our goals. I couldn't even dream of giving this speech without thanking our advisors, Newkirk, Pang, Codelli, and Bear. They work tirelessly with all our kids in leadership to help us plan the best rallies, dances, and skits possible. Lastly, but certainly not least, is all our families. They're the ones that drive us places, buy our things, and have dealt with us the last 17 to 18 years. Their support is the reason we've all made it this far, so thank you, families, for all the sacrifices you make. We appreciate them. Now that I've thanked all those people, it's time to thank you all. These past 4 years have been crazy fun, and it went by quicker than I could have ever imagined. It seems like just yesterday we were all sitting in our fit classes, learning all the different ways to take notes, or, my favorite lesson, drawing with chalk. I don't think any of us can forget our freshman skit, Under the Phone Screen. I have to say, I've never seen any group dance to The Phone is Ringing better than us. It was definitely one of the best freshman skits and set us up beautifully for the next 4 years of our lives. We all went through a lot of new things together. Our first homecoming, our first major finals, and, if you sat outside, fending off the seagulls. But what stands out to me from freshman year the most was meeting so many new, incredible people. Just when you thought you knew everyone, then you'd switch classes and be like, who are all these people? But that's what made it fun, getting to make new friends and having some interesting conversations. Then we roll into sophomore year. For some of us, that meant our first AP class and a new obsession with the Russian Rev. And I think the best recreation of Jack and Rose ever done. It's also when we started our motto, bringing spirit back, which we for sure nailed. Junior year came all too fast. We had a lot more freedom to choose classes, but also a lot more homework. It was definitely a crazy time in all our lives. The thing that got me through all the madness was my fabulous friends. Whether they were ones I've had for years or new ones I just met, I could have never survived without their support, advice, and tolerance of my terrible jokes. For skit, Vicky, the not-so-observant tour guide, returned to help us get our spirit back. There were absolutely some high-quality dance moves and a very uplifting theme. Not only do we have the best-sounding graduating year, but also the most enthusiastic class. Our leadership helped host many lively rallies, which I remember furiously sprinting with my friends to get the perfect seats. and we definitely showed the other classes how it's done. Not only by how great they were planned, but by how much spirit we showed in them. And that brings us to senior year. I expected this year to be interesting, but this is not exactly what any of us had in mind. We all thought this year would have 20/20 vision. Maybe we all need some glasses, but that doesn't change any of the great things that we did get to do. I was lucky to be involved in our fantastic pre-skit. I mean, who else could have made a jungle cruise through the middle of the school? Words can't even capture how inspiring the skit was. It perfectly balanced humor with the crucial message of togetherness and being true to who you are. I know it made several people cry, and I hope we can all remember to act with kindness and embrace ourselves. This year honestly went by in a blur. I can easily remember so many amazing days this year. Shout out to my fellow IB diploma kids who had a 0 period second try. And I don't think any of us can forget the excessive honking that always happened in the parking lot. These last few months may have been cut short, but we still had the greatest senior prank of all time, 3 months off of school. I think that definitely qualifies as the longest senior ditch day ever. And graduation may look a bit different, but we still get to have it. We got to have a nice breakfast, see some of our fellow graduates, and listen to some great speeches. Now that we've had all that nostalgia, it's time for a bit of advice. This is something I have learned within the last 4 years, especially because of Granada. It's to try new things, especially if they scare you just a bit. Most of you probably know that I run cross country and track. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's what I talk about at least a third of my day. I love running so much and can be caught saying join cross country to anyone I think would be interested in joining the team. But it might surprise you all that joining the team had me really scared. I was looking for a new sport, and running had been on my mind for a while. I thought it sounded like fun. Yes, you heard me right, fun. But I was also terrified. Everyone on the team looked so fast and like they knew what they were doing. Me, on the other hand, would feel like I had finished some grand workout after 2 miles. With a bit of pushing from the people around me, I worked up enough courage to join. And let me tell you, that first day showed me that I did not have as much endurance as I thought. However, we started out slow, and everyone was so supportive. Even people who were way faster than me slowed down to have a conversation with each and every one of us new runners. Cross country has turned out to be one of the best experiences of my life, giving me the bestest friends I could ask for and teaching me invaluable lessons, such as resilience and hard work. But you all are here, graduating, so you know a little something about those. The real moral of this story is that it's important to try new things. Even if it may seem a bit scary and perhaps crazy at first. If it's something you're really passionate about, you need to go try it out. It may just end up being one of the best things in your life. These last 4 years with all of you have been marvelous. We've had some crazy times that we'll never forget. I know right now things aren't going exactly to plan. However, this quarantine is not permanent and we'll be back together soon. Especially now, it's vital to remember to appreciate your friends, family, and everything you have. Most importantly, celebrate you. You've done a lot of hard work, including homework, speeches, essential assignments, and giving the school the best skits it's seen. I have to say it, we're all in this together. We didn't get our high school musical moment of jumping dramatically with a cap and gown in front of everyone, but we've had this incredible journey together, and we're still fabulous. While some of us can't wait to leave, Granada will always be a part of who we are. We've made lifelong friends, hobbies, and now a fancy new diploma. I know some of us are going to college, others are leaving time to work, and a few are taking a gap year to pursue music. It doesn't matter where you're going now. Just don't forget the great times, and remember that you can do it. You've done this, and to try some new things every once in a while. It's been wild, comrades. Go IB, join cross country, and, as always, stay classy. Thank you.